For 3 years, 25-year-old Vincent Atobra could not eat or drink. This was because he accidentally drank caustic soda, which resulted in the burning of his throat. Thanks to a Joy News report on his condition, Vincent has since undergone a successful surgery and is due to be discharged today. We'll hear from the medical doctor directly in charge of his case shortly. But first, here's a recap of his recovery story. Do you remember 25-year-old Vincent Atobra, the young man who could not eat or swallow because of an esophageal stricture? This happened after he accidentally consumed caustic soda at age 5. This was when we first met him. After telling his story, many of you came to his aid. From 1 cedi 80 pesos to 1,000 Ghana cedis, our Momo account was awash with your kind support. One Mr. Bonsu contributed $3,000 and tech firm Comsys also paid 27,000 Ghana cedis towards his surgery. Today, Vincent has undergone surgery and is recuperating at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Dr. Innocent Ajamli is the lead surgeon on Vincent's case.
Monday, we sent him to the operating room. And as you know, his esophagus is damaged, or what we call gullet, the tube through which food passes when we swallow. That tube is damaged. So because of the caustic soda that he had drunk. So what we went basically to do is to reconstruct a new esophagus for him. And so what we did was we took a segment of his intestine, that is the large intestine, a segment of it. And then there is a way to tunnel it under the chest bone or the breastbone and then into the neck and reconnect it with the stump of the esophagus. And then the diseased esophagus, we removed it. Yes, so basically that's what we have done.
He says Vincent will be able to swallow again very soon.
And hopefully in about 8 days' time, he should be able to eat normally just like any of us. Yes.
So 8 days from today or 8 days from when?
No, 8 days from today. It's usually 10 days from the day of surgery. And today is the second day after surgery. So 8 days from today, we'll ask him to start feeding through the mouth. Normal.
Joining us on Zoom is Dr. Innocent Ajamli of the National Cardiothoracic Center, Kolebu. Doc, grateful for joining us. We understand Vincent is being discharged today. Is he now able to eat like we all do?
Yes. So as from Friday last week, that is 3 days today, Vincent has been able to feed normally. So he's eating anything that he wants to eat without having to use the tube. And this morning, he'll be discharged home and come for review a couple of weeks later.
If you say he's able to eat whatever he likes, does that include banku and fufu like we're all able to eat if we want to?
Yeah, exactly so. Anything you can eat, he can also eat. So now he's free to eat any food that he would want to eat.
Anyway, it sounds some way for me because he started eating on Friday. I'm sure he started eating something that's like a little liquid-like. Has he tried eating rice balls or banku and he was okay?
Yes, so I know over the weekend he had some banku, had some rice, had some soup, and had some fish and so on. So he's good to go, just like you and I.
Wow. So what will happen once he's been discharged?
Yeah, so we would encourage him to eat any food that he wants to eat, but then he will keep the tube there on the tube that he had been shown earlier on the tummy. He will keep it there for about 4 weeks. So in about 4 weeks' time, we'll see him for review. And if there's no problem with the feeding, that is through the mouth, then the tube will be taken out. And that's it.
Oh, okay. So it means that today if we see him, he will still have that tube on him.
Yes, you still have the tube on him. You keep it for about 4 weeks. So when he comes for review in 4 weeks' time, and we examine, and then there's no problem, he's feeding well, then, or there's no problem with the feeding, because he's feeding perfectly well now, but then we just want to be very sure. So in 4 weeks, when he comes, we assess and we think that he's excellently feeding, then the tube would be taken out.
Incredible. We'll come there to see him feed, so we can update our viewers later on. But grateful to you, Dr. Ajamli, and to all your team who worked on this young man. Grateful.